if you watched my one little video on how I took this list here and presented it as an organizational chart, I'll show you real quick again in case you don't want to watch that whole thing again. So just by taking a list and saying, hey, show it as an org chart, one of the things I wanted to do is, well, what happens if you don't have the list? What happens if you have to make the list, because my code's kind of dependent on structure. So one of the things I added to it, I'm going to go ahead and, this is my client-side code here, I'll make a change, I'll say, hey, let's give it a different list name, one that doesn't exist. Now when I reload this list, it goes and looks for that list called organization. I tell you right here, hey, I got to have a list called organization, and I have to have these fields. But one of the things that list requires, if I look at that list, like I reference a self-referencing where this column is referencing that column. So the challenge is I need you to create a list with a self-referencing column. So I go ahead and I'll create the list for you. So I go ahead and create the list, but because it has to self-reference, you have to do it in a couple passes. You have to actually create the list, get the GUID for the list, and then go back and add that lookup column. So now that I've done that, I should be able to go to my all site content. Lo and behold, there's my new list, brand new created. I can add a new item. I can say this is the president. If I could type, disregard the fact that mine says project name. I went and changed the default, playing around with figuring out how to do that. I will make myself the president if I don't reference anybody. And there I am. Then I'll add a new person. We'll say this is the marketing person. My Bob Reader guy, and he's going to report to me. And we'll add one more person just to prove we can do it. An HR person. I think I have Jim Tester, maybe. Yay! And he'll come to me also. Save it. All right, and then just to prove the point, I go back to all site content, click on my site pages, go to org chart, and lo and behold, there's my list. So hopefully you see that easy to do. Once you figure out how to do that, add a lookup column to a self-referencing, getting the GUID was the key. Like I said, I'll be trying to get together. I'm trying to do some blog articles and sharing this code, hopefully soon. Thanks.